Have you ever been to a horse theme park? Or did you even know a horse theme park ever existed? Hi, I'm April. I'm an equestrian and I own an online equine inspired business. Today I wanted to talk about my trip to Cavalluna Park. This was a park that was in Munich, Germany. It was also where a Passionati was held. Passionati is a lot like Cavalluna, if you've ever been to that show. That's from Canada. So it's like a show with horses and they do fun tricks and such. But what they also did with this area is they created it into a huge theme park. There were tons of arenas. There was a theme or a museum. There was like a saloon. There was also like a huge it almost looked like a Trojan horse, but it was like there's a slide that came out of it. The mane was all these pretty beautiful colors. It was just like a big playground that was in the shape of a horse. They also had like a spa area for horses, and you could watch the horses or help watch the horses, watch them. They do some seminars. They had little horse heads sticking out, so you could, like, their little plastic horse heads, and you could brush their mane and tails if they had the tail pieces out with the butt popping out of the wall. They had like the red light there. Just lots of interactive things you could be doing in the little spa area for the horses, and they had all these real horses there. Like, I don't think you would ever see a theme park like this in the United States, just because of like probably all the liability issues and such. But there were lots of little clinics or things going on, or showcases going on in different arenas. The reason we went when we did is because I quickly found out that they were actually shutting down this park. Apparently it was like a Chinese investor, and because of how a lot of things have been changing with the Brexit and how a lot of trading was happening, China had to actually pull out their investment, so the park had to actually shut down. And I think it was going to be towards the end of September that they were going to shut down. And we had just gotten back from visiting home in Georgia, that we were back now in Germany because my husband was stationed over there. And it was actually my daughter's first birthday, and it was my birthday too, because my birthday is just a few days after hers. So it was a perfect way to go celebrate and kind of like get to know this park before it actually shut down. It kind of sucked. It was kind of a rainy day, so not a lot was going on. It might have even been during the weekdays. My husband happened to have it off because we were celebrating the birthdays, or it might have even been a 4-day, depending on Labor Day and such, because they usually get some time off during the holidays. So I just remember it was at the beginning of September. Munich was like a 2-hour drive for us, so it wasn't awful, even though my daughter Rosalinde was not crazy about car rides at the time, but she did actually pretty well with it. Probably one of our coolest seminars that we got to see is that they did a lot of mounted archery in the beginning. So that was kind of cool to watch. They did some barrel racing on like their big warm bloods. They were doing like cowboy western theme. So for me, that was kind of entertaining. They did have one of their Spanish horses, probably a Lusitano, run the barrels. So but they really got the crowd really riled up, and my daughter just absolutely loved it. They had right outside that arena, I'll be sharing lots of pictures throughout this video, but right outside the arena they had all these different saddles, probably from like all over the world, that you could sit on. All the kids could go out and sit on them. So we put our daughter on them. Probably everyone thought we were crazy because my daughter didn't have any socks on because she just kept taking them off, and it was kind of a chilly day. They also had at the park, they had 2 horses together, like they were in a carriage or a cart. So, and you could like drive them, and kids would climb all over them. I have a picture of that as well. Usually, I think because they were starting to shut down, there was a lot less going on. So usually there's people riding around the park, doing lots of fun things. And there's, like I said, there was a ton of arenas, so a lot of things were happening, but probably not as many as usual. They had like a little roping area so you could learn to rope. They had a big dressage arena. And they had an awesome little schedule of like all the things that were happening. But you could tell, like, I don't know, it could have been the weather, or it could have just been because they're shutting down, that a lot of it wasn't happening, but it was still such a cool experience. I think I even kept my tickets for it. Like, we kept a couple little souvenirs. They had a cute little photo area where you could get pictures with all the items at the park. We definitely had a little fun. I think I even got her a cute little bib from there because she still was, like I said, she was only 1. But it was definitely a fun day for sure. And it kind of sucks that it was only like a year old. Like I remember when it was starting to be built, because I had just gotten to a Passionati, and then they had announced that they were going to turn that whole area into a theme park, and I was like, whoa, what, a theme park for horse people? Like, how cool is that? Like that's only something you could dream of, and like here we are in Germany and they're actually doing it. So when I heard that it was about to shut down, I was like, okay, we can't waste any more time. We actually need to go before we're gonna never be able to see it. If you want to see more of my travel videos, make sure you see the cards below. They'll probably be scrolling across the video right now. I've been to Iceland. I've done a lot of things in Germany. I've done a lot of things like all over the place with horses and doing lots of adventures. I'll put those also in the description below. Like I said, this theme park was really neat. I'm glad we got to experience before it was shut down. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my videos. My videos come out every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So there's tons of content still to come, because I have lists, like in my notebook, I have lists of video ideas. So make sure you stick around.